Good morning, everyone. Today we're on our final lesson of the second review, and that is lesson 90. Right now we're going to review lesson 79. Let me recognize the problem so it can be solved. Let me realize today that the problem is always some form of grievance that I would cherish. Let me also understand that the solution is always a miracle with which I let the grievance be replaced. Today I would remember the simplicity of salvation by reinforcing the lesson that there is one problem and one solution. The problem is a grievance, the solution is a miracle. And I invite the solution to come to me through my forgiveness of the grievance and my welcome of the miracle that takes its place. Specific applications of this idea might be in these forms. This presents a problem to me which I would have resolved. The miracle behind this grievance will resolve it for me. The answer to this problem is the miracle that it conceals. Let me recognize the problem so it can be solved. And breathing in and out. Let me recognize the problem so it can be solved. Beginning our practice with focus on the mindfulness anchors, the breath and the body, just to restore our focus and to train our focus if we don't have the ability to pay attention to ourselves for like even a minute at a time, which is pretty typical. Noticing the straightness of my spine, also a comfortable posture. I'm just giving thanks for these bones and bag of skin that holds us up. Noticing the rise and fall of the torso, relaxing the face and hands, shoulders, all the places where we collect tension, relaxing the belly. Let me recognize the problem so it can be solved. And just reviewing our undercurrent of thoughts. What is going on in there today? To which we can apply today's idea. Perhaps problems, circumstances. This presents a problem to me which I would have resolved. The solution is always a miracle with which I let the grievance be replaced. Calling to mind our grievances with people, circumstances, situations. Ask for the willingness to allow the miracle to replace the grievance. The miracle behind this grievance will resolve it for me. The answer to this problem is the miracle it conceals. The textbook details what miracles are at length. I think it's chapter 2. I'll have a look. It's chapter 1. It's after the preface and introduction. The meaning of miracles. It's only 16 pages, well worth a read. But in the workbook, what are the miracles? Number 1, I am the light of the world. Another miracle, forgiveness is my function as the light of the world. And of course, the outcome, the effect, the consequence of these miracles is another miracle. The light of the world brings peace to every mind through my forgiveness. To those with whom we have conflict, let peace extend from my mind to yours. And not just conflict, but lack of ease, lack of flow, some impulse to control and dominate. I share the light of the world with you. Through my forgiveness, I see this as it is. The lessons we review detail several miracles and the outcome of those miracles. It's pretty cool. My happiness and my function are one. Love created me like itself. As I look upon this circumstance, this person, this relationship, let me remember my Creator. I am in the likeness of my Creator. I will worship no idols, nor raise my own self-concept to replace myself. My salvation comes from me. Circumstances, people, relationships have no power to remove salvation from us. Let me understand that the solution is always a miracle with which I let the grievance be replaced. Today I remember the simplicity of salvation by reinforcing the lesson that there is one problem and one solution. The problem is the illusion of separation from the Creator, from one another. And the solution, of course, is to recognize that this is an illusion, that the solution is already in place, the problem is already solved. Let's sit together for a few moments in silence. I'll continue to review the ideas and variations for the day to guide our practice. Breathing in. Let me recognize the problem so it can be solved. Breathing out. Breathing in. This presents a problem to me which I would have resolved. And breathing out. Breathing in. The miracle behind this grievance will resolve it for me. And breathing out. Breathing in. The answer to this problem is the miracle that it conceals. And breathing out. Let me recognize the problem so that it can be solved. Thank you for joining with me today for the first part of Lesson 90, where we reviewed Lesson 79, Let Me Recognize the Problem so it can be solved. I look forward to seeing you later tonight for Lesson 80, Let Me Recognize My Problems Have Been Solved, and that will be the end of our second review session. Thank you for joining with me today. Have a wonderful day. I look forward to seeing you tonight. Bye-bye.